Aaron and I really connected as friends first before we wrote anything, and I really showed him who I was and that it's like a safe space to open up. We have written some of my favorite songs, including Better Every Day. My name is Sean Myer. I'm a songwriter, music producer, and an artist. I was raised in New Hampshire, of all places. Not much to do, so naturally I wanted to find something to fill my time other than just hanging out in the woods. I started making music when I was 14 with a buddy of mine. He was a rapper and I was a producer. We'd spend entire summers just making music, and that made me want to be an A&R. I like making music in a place where I can really connect to the earth. One big thing for me is finding balance. Just like I'm mixing a song, I'm trying to mix my life, you know? Trying to find that perfect balance, and I feel like I've gotten that now, having a studio away from home. So this is the session for Better Every Day by Aaron Smith, aka sadHAPPY. Better Every Day was inspired by Aaron, his recovery story. The first thing we do when Aaron and I get together is we just find some interesting chords and interesting beat, and we make as much of the track as possible. So this song started with a bass loop. Added some distortion, a little bit of tape, a little bit of noise. We got into some of the guitar accents. And these. We start adding keys. Then we added like a side-chained pulsing bass. I started playing around with things we could add to kind of make it more punchy, make it more energetic. One trick I do a lot is just duplicating tracks. It gets a little messy if you're not organized, but if you can kind of play with different processing on different sections with the same sound, you can get the song to sound interesting throughout. So not every clap is the same. Some have some pre-roll, some have a little bit more tail. Pulled from different influences like disco, obviously, for the bass line. We pulled from MGMT for some of the synths. Something that I always try to include in every song is some level of live instrumentation. These were the original trumpets that I had. These, which were Dr. Bloom's trumpets. So he really took what I did, he interpreted it, and then created his own sort of line with that. Feels like you're walking down a street in New York. When I sit and listen to Better Every Day, I just get overwhelmed with joy, you know? Any bullshit going on in my life is like canceled out. When you make a song that's an emotional experience, you start to get into sort of a 4D experience, and something that feels like it encapsulates your body. That's my intention every time I make a song, is to make something that's not passive. With Aaron, the second I heard his voice, I'm just like, this is one of those voices. But I don't know. Tucked super, super deep in there on the last chorus is these whispers. I need to be patient and it's killing me now. Sounds creepy when you solo it, but in the mix it gives it this air. The outro I wanted to spice up a little bit more, so I added this vocoder. It's like we built the sundae, now we're just putting toppings on it. We tried to be as nostalgic as possible, still current, you know, still mixed like a modern pop song. So when you put it all together, this is what you get.